And so that at that point, I was like, okay, going my freshman year in high school, and again, I'm a year older, so I don't see nothing about Obi then. And then my sophomore year, I don't remember running him. I don't think he ran. No, he didn't run the Arcadia the 800 that year. If he does, I don't remember. But he did. He did decide to run state that year.
Yes.
He ran,
Yes.
and at that point, I was like, you know, that their mood changes when Obi's in the race. That's one thing will always happen with me. Like if I can be in the race, I remember I'll show up and see who's running. Okay, Obi's running the 400. I run the 800. Okay, Obi's running two and the one in the relay, so the four is fine. So or if you see Michael Granville and Obi in the same, it's like, oh my gosh, conversation's over, guys. It's no more jokes. This day's for real. And that's one thing Obi would do for me. Like whenever, obviously, just seeing him in any capacity that you can at that time was a treat for us. But when he's in your race, it's not a treat. You have to run the best that you can because that guy is disciplined. He's focused, and he's definitely doing his best every time, which was incredible. So when I saw that he was in the state final, or was attempting to he was in the 800 meters at the
Hmm.
state in 1994. I was like, oh man, this has changed the whole dynamic. Yeah, we got Vondre in there, we had Aaron. I was like, oh man, what's going to happen? So I stuck to my race. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take it out the first 200, establish the pace, and kind of ease up. I used to run it, especially the early years. I'll
Run the
run the
first
first
two,
200,
chill the middle
eat,
two,
chill the
middle
middle, and
four,
then
and then last
yeah,
two. Yeah.
then the last two. And I was like, okay, try that again, but get out and kind of establish where I am, and then take it from there. I get out, and then Obi's like, "Oh no, not you." He took it out past me, and then I'm like, "Okay, let me stay behind him." And then Vondre passed me. Next thing I know, I'm like in fifth place, going into the Bell lap. And I was like, "Wait a second, no, this can't happen." And it kind of went back, reminded myself of what I did in the first Arcadia meet, but a little bit sooner. I was like, "I need to get out of here. I need to get up here where the race is." So I remember just kind of doing a running back move, kind of dodging out to the right, getting out so I can get to the outside at the Bell lap, charging to the front to the third position. No, it got back up to Obi because Obi is still moving. He went across like around 49, 50 seconds.
Yes. Yes. As a
And at
freshman.
this point, and then in my mind, I'm like, this is Obi, so you got to respect this time. If this is somebody else going out for it, I was like, okay, they're gonna come back. And I was like, hey, I said these guys don't know, but this is Obi up here, so let me get up here, kind of tell him and see what's going on. And sure enough, he maintained that pace. He was going pop, 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 and then I felt Vondre come past me with about uh leading up to the 200-meter mark. So at that point, it's like, let me just tell on him. And then because he must have won, he probably won state the year before. Vondre is a very credited 800-meter runner. Went on to Arizona State, did his
Mm.
thing there. So no, he was a 400-meter runner as well. So his speed, you have to be respect. You have to respect his speed. But coming off, my speed said today's the day, and kind of like what happened the following year to me with Aaron, I did the same thing to Vondre, passed him on the last 100, and came across with one of probably the best pictures I've ever had, taken by Kirby Lee, coming across the finish line with my hands up. So yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, so Obi definitely helped out with that time going out at 49, and but we would always meet up at Arcadia, ever since that point. I would love to have seen him because I would always do Mount Sac the next week in the 400 meters and was hoping to run against him, kind of not hoping. So that was the week he wouldn't really run the 400 that week. I think he would
Yeah.
probably run the 800 again and do a lot more relays. So we never really got a chance to run that 400 against each other again.